It starts with one small upgrade. Maybe it's a new desk lamp, a sleek pair of sneakers, or the latest smartphone. You feel a rush of dopamine. You feel better. But then something strange happens. Your old desk suddenly looks cheap next to that new lamp. Your favorite jeans look faded compared to the sneakers. So you buy the new desk, then the new chair, then the new rug to match the chair. Before you know it, you've spent $1,000 trying to match a $50 purchase. You aren't just shopping, you're caught in a psychological spiral known as the Diderot Effect. Today, we're looking at why your possessions are secretly conspiring against your bank account, and how a 300-year-old French philosopher predicted your modern financial struggles. Meet Denis Diderot. He was one of the greatest minds of the Enlightenment, the co-founder of the encyclopedia. But for most of his life, he was famously poor. He lived in a simple room, sat in a straw chair, and wore a tattered, common gown. He was perfectly content. Everything changed in 1765. The Empress of Russia, Catherine the Great, heard of Diderot's financial struggles and bought his entire library for a massive sum. Suddenly, Diderot had cash. His first purchase? A magnificent scarlet silk dressing gown. Diderot noticed that his old straw chair looked pathetic next to his royal silk. So he bought a leather armchair. Then his wooden table looked out of place. So he bought a mahogany desk. He replaced his old prints with expensive paintings, his mirror with a gold-framed one, and his simple rug with a Damascus masterpiece. He spent every penny of his new fortune. He ended up surrounded by luxury but drowning in debt and regret. He later wrote an essay titled, "Regrets on Parting with My Old Dressing Gown." He realized that he was the master of his old rags, but he had become a slave to his new robe. Why did a brilliant philosopher fall for such a simple trap? The answer lies in spiral consumption. Human beings have a natural drive for identity consistency. We don't just buy things for their function, we buy them to fit a version of ourselves. When you buy a high-end item, it creates a standard for your environment. Think of your possessions like a puzzle. When a new piece arrives that doesn't fit the rest of the picture, your brain experiences cognitive dissonance. It feels uncomfortable. To fix that discomfort, you don't throw away the new item, you change the rest of the puzzle to match it. Modern marketing exploits this perfectly. They don't just sell you a product, they sell you a lifestyle ecosystem. This is why Apple products work best with other Apple products. This is why IKEA rooms are staged as complete sets. They want you to feel that if you buy the bed, the old nightstand is a failure of the aesthetic. Today, the Diderot effect is on steroids thanks to social media. We see curated lives every day. You see a YouTuber with a clean desk setup. You buy the monitor. But then your keyboard looks bulky. You buy a mechanical one. Then your mouse doesn't match the color scheme. You buy a white one. Then you realize your wall color is wrong for the vibe. You aren't buying tools anymore, you're buying a costume. And the problem with costumes is that they are never finished. There is always one more accessory needed to complete the look. This is how middle-class traps work. You earn more, so you buy one nice thing, which forces you to upgrade everything else to match your new status, leaving you with zero savings, despite a higher salary. So, how do you escape the scarlet robe? 1. The wait-and-see rule. When you buy a major item, wait 30 days before buying any complementary accessories. Usually, the urge to match fades once the novelty of the first item wears off. 2. Avoid the seed purchase. Recognize vampire products. These are items that require other items to function or look good. If you can't afford the ecosystem, don't buy the seed. 3. Embrace nonconformity. Retrain your brain to be okay with things that don't match. There is a quiet power in having a $2,000 laptop sitting on a $10 thrifted desk. It shows that you control your tools, they don't control you. Robe define his worth. Don't let your possessions tell you what else you need to buy. If this video made you rethink your next purchase, let me know in the comments. What's your scarlet robe item?